Alright, here we go. We're back at it, working on the 80 Dodge W200 project. And I'm in the back of the truck now. I've got it precariously propped. I got this contract cap just sitting on here. And we're going to unload this truck. I've been piling crap in at parts for restorations for it and other things, as you can see. Got some wooden spokes from a Model T wheel, a tractor hood, various aluminum wheels, fender from the junkyard. I guess we'll just start trying to unload everything and see what's up. Oh, the plow's in here too. That's where that went. How on earth did that get in here? I'm gonna have to use the cherry picker to get that out. That's heavy. Anyways, here we go. What we got? Hold on a minute. This is a 16-inch Omni GLH wheel that I got somewhere. I just got one, and I don't have an Omni GLH or a charger, front wheel drive charger, so I should try to sell this, but whatever. That's heavy. Alright, here we go. What we got? Yes! This is a pretty nice, oops, wrinkled a little bit, pretty nice 84, looks like 84 Step Side truck. It had the factory graphics on it. Fender's really nice on the inside. You got all lips on it, and it is pretty much the same color as this truck, just faded. So I got this for replacement fender. It's the wrong brown, but guess what? It's in mint condition. Oh, here we go, my Alcoas. These are off my 97 F250 heavy duty I had. They're my original Alcoas. They're, as you can see, they're pretty grungy. They're on a truck that had a lot of miles and a lot of salt corrosion on it, but I saved them. And probably best thing to do is get them stripped and blasted and cleaned up. Be a nice Alcoa set of wheels. This is a wooden spoke for this wooden spoke wheel. As you can see here, it was a hub-centric wheel that had the hub is missing. This wheel is probably at least 100 years old. And the spokes are all excellent shape wood-wise, just the hub is missing. Probably a T wheel, I'm going to guess, with the rim clamp, 4-bolt rim clamp. It's probably a T wheel, mid-20s, early 20s, mid-20s T wheel. And I got it somewhere. The hub would have bolted in here and held all these spokes together. But the wood they use on these never rots. Ash or whatever it is, something super hard and super resistant to rot. You know, that's 100 years old and it's still right there. So very, very interesting. This is a spare case high wheel hood for a 222 for the small wheelbase, or small tire case tractor. Decent shape, original paint. This core support is out of a 83 or 4 Ram Charger, and it's pretty solid. It's a square headlight version, but I think I'm going to have to use it on this truck because the one for this truck is rotted, and I'm going to have to probably cut the square headlights out and graft the round headlight stuff into it to use it. But I saved it. I parted out a Ram Charger a few years ago. This was in pretty decent shape. Oh man, that's heavy. Oh, now this fuel tank is a Ford Econoline van, 38-gallon fuel tank. I parted out my van. I saved it. As you can see, it's 100 feet long. And was in really marginally good shape. I don't have any of these vans anymore, but I still got a fuel tank for one. Great. Alright, well, as you can see, there's a sheet of plywood. The original floor from this bed is completely gone away. The cross members are falling out. This box is basically just like kind of like half hung sprung. It's zip screwed onto this steel to my buddy Marty made when he had the truck. So the back of this box is completely detached. The front's probably detached. It's sagging real bad. I'm gonna have to get this cap off here, and then we'll have to drive around up front, use a cherry picker, reach in here and cherry pick this plow out of here, because I do not think I'm gonna be able to just drag this out of here. These things are super heavy, and him and I must have loaded this, or it was in the back of the truck when I got it, because I don't remember how it got in here. But this is the factory Meyer snowplow, 7.5 foot hydraulic turn snowplow package. The pump stays on the truck. See the rams here. Looks like it's going to need some new hoses and seals, but this truck did function as a functional plow truck when I got it. What's in the cap? Let's look. Oh, parts and pieces. Here we go. Ta-da! Oh, extra running boards. I saw these on. Oh, yikes! I saw these on the truck in the junkyard. They are the long box, the one just like this, and they're rotted in the same spot. You see, they put wood in the brackets, and they rot away because of that. So I got those for parts and pieces. There's a Flowmaster. This came off my van. Only one. The other running board is right here. Also rotted where the mounts would have been. Got some big Dodge truck hubcaps for the 3/4 ton, 1 ton Dodges here. Some critter built a really nice nest here. I don't have any squirrels, so it's probably a chipmunk or something bigger. Let's carefully encapsulate it. Wish I had 3 hands now. Oh boy. We're gonna move this and dump it in the woods. Well, it's gonna be on this side. Oh, great, more mouse nests. Right in one of my brake drums I was saving. It's great. These are drums off of something. I think they're off my Forder end. Got here a catalytic converter, battery box, transfer case shifter. Factory Dodge mirrors. Alternator of something. Must be off a Dodge. Yeah, we're just going to leave this disaster for now. Oh boy. That's extremely heavy. How did this get on? Don't remember. Well, that's how you do it right there. Bam. Ooh, what we got? Rotten. Everything's rotten. The heck is this? Rotten. Rotten to the max. Ooh. Slider rear window. Yeah, I'm sure this bed's got factory wood floor in it, but it's severely rotted and detached. All this is just kind of sliding over the frame. But at least I got that cap off there onto that trailer. That was a bonus. So if I get the plow out, I'll be able to take the box off this truck. It's probably just collapse in a pile of garbage because it is freaking rough, big time. And we'll get the box off, and then I'll be, in the meantime, while I'm doing that, I'm also going to drag the donor chassis up front. We're going to strip the motor training and transfer case out of that. I'll get it all stripped down, start stripping that for paint with the Eastwood, what do you call it? Eastwood Contour SVT. We'll strip that down for paint, get some Eastwood rust encapsulator on it, paint it all black. Then we can start assembling the drivetrain right away in the new chassis and redo the brakes and stuff like that. And then we'll have a good donor chassis to build off of. And I'm working on the engine inside. You see that in the other videos. We're going to tear into that. But I wanted to get this truck cap off and get the back of this truck opened up. You can see here the back stake pocket's rotted right away. And it's actually got some tubing welded to a brace that bolts across the back of the frame. And this box is literally like sitting on here, and it's zip screwed. The tin is just zip screwed, and then all these cross members in the front have collapsed. The thing is down. You see how far it dropped down below the bottom of the cab. So take these bolts out of the front of this panel, take the panel out, and then these box sides should come right off separately. Cut all the cross members loose, and they're probably mostly detached. These fenders are complete, absolute garbage. The other driver's side's ripped right in half. Look at all these pinholes through it from the inside out. Completely hashed, like perforated. So these will just come off and get thrown away. They're absolute junk. I'm going to put my dump box on the back of this truck. This is in my blue Ford right now. It's going to go on the back of this truck, so this truck will have a dump body. And I'm thinking about hanging the original box and fenders off the outer section of the dump box, so it looks just like a stock step side, and then the fenders and all that will dump right with the box. It'll be pretty cool. And I want to maintain the long box step side, obviously, because the dump box is 8 foot and this truck's an 8 foot step box, so it'll be perfect. So I think what I'm going to do is strip these sides down, repair them the best I can, and then integrate them to the dump box, so it'll have like a dump step side, and it'll look like a stock Dodge. Would be pretty cool, the dump step side. So I think that's going to be the hot setup with that. I got a break in the rain, and I got this little yard trailer out. I'm going to try to slide this plow out onto this yard trailer, and then I can store it on here so it's mobile. I can move it with a lawn tractor. That seems like a good plan. We're going with it, even if it's not. So here we go. Let's see if I can drag this plow. Oop, don't need that. Drag this plow to this truck. Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, yeah, that's heavy. That's heavy. Oh, man. We're on the edge of falling out of the truck, I can see. This could get out of hand in a hurry. Uh-oh. Man, what is that caught on? Okay. All right, here we go. Almost. Dang it. So I was afraid it was going to happen. This thing is extremely heavy. Extremely heavy. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Oh. She's way rear heavy. Whew. Look how wonky this box is. It's all over the place. Nice. I wonder if these are original floorboards. I bet they are. This thing is hosed. Her gloves might come in handy. Nope. Well, as you can see, there is nothing holding this box together. This has got to be just floating on here. Oh yeah, just floating. It's only held on back here, a couple of screws holding it on. And I think I want to do, I'm just going to get the 1/2-inch bolts to hold the front of the box together. I'm just going to unbolt them. We'll take the sides right off it, and we'll just be left with the empty chassis here. What a disaster. What is this? Some kind of handle. Absolute freaking disaster. Oh yeah. Woo! I got all the bolts out in front of the box except the rod that goes across the very top because I can't get to the nut because it's too close to the bed or the cab. I'm going to take the zip screw out that's holding the bed side to this post on this side. See if I can slide the bed back. And just lag screwed right into the steel. Put that there so I don't lose it. Run over. Is this one even? That one's loose. So now, I think I can. I'll check out this awesome tube bumper. Homemade? It is fine. Sorry. See if I can slide this back. Oh. So I can get to that. Get to this front nut. Whoa! Holy moly! Yikes! Well, that's one way to do it. The battery's about to die on the GoPro here, so you get the idea. I'm just going to get them 2 last screws out of that, take the other box side off. Let's take a look. Before the battery runs out, look how bad. Spring hangers, everything horrendously rusty, paper thin. Here, the frame is super thin. All the cross members, look at all the extreme rot. Terrible. Here, broken shock. Extremely rusty, paper thin up here. Look at all this. Here, that's extremely rusty. You know, this frame is severely compromised. Look at the center cross member, all flea bitten here, super thin. Frame is thin. The axle tubes are way thin where the mounts for the shocks go down there. Really, really bad. The back of the cab all rotted along the bottom. Yeah, so she's pretty much spent. That's why we got the donor chassis over there. That's why we got that. That's in very nice shape for what it is. So I'm just going to keep tinkering, get the other side of this box off. I'm going to knock some of the loose scale off here since I got a mess. I'll clean that up. But the old brown Dodge, she's half tore down. I'm going to stop with this for now. We'll switch over to the donor chassis. We'll get that, work on that next, get that all stripped down, and go from there. So I filmed the outro before, when it was raining, before I got the box off. So let's cut over to that now. So tell me what you think in the comments down there below in the bleep bloops. Like Derek would say, this is like a, if you watch Dylan McCool, the kid, he does Mopar stuff down in Tennessee, southern Tennessee. This is like a roadsteration. I'm going to call this a Rallycan restoration, because it's pretty much going to be Rallycan resto, paint stuff, like building this truck as cheap as possible, but with good stuff internally, and it's going to be using structural parts that are good, like a good chassis, and I got a rust-free cab, and good Magnum engine we're going to put in this thing, but it's going to be grungy and patina-ish on the outside, so not going to be real fancy. I don't like shiny cars. I don't want to waste money doing body work and paint and stuff. It's not worth it. This is going to be a work truck. It's going to be a plow truck. It's going to probably get run in the winter some, so I'm going to fluid film the crap out of it so it can't rot away again, but it's going to be a beater. It would be way easier to start with a way nicer truck to do an actual restoration for them. These trucks are getting valuable, but this truck is so hammered that it's just, I just want to put it together and have it for a useful work truck. So it's going to be good. Tell me what you think. If you're into the Dodges like this, your Dodge stories. We'll be getting back on hot rod stuff here too. Starting another build over the surprise build over the winter in concurrent with this. This is going to be like an outside project because it's so big to fit in the garage. But I want to get it done and get it on the road in the spring, and I've had it for all these years and I'm getting excited. If you watched the video before, I fired it up. It sat here for 5 years and it fired right up after I put some new gas in it with the fuel pump. It fired right up. It's got a rod knock, but it ran and drove around here, and I think it's going to be a cool truck. So if you're new to the channel, want to see Dodge stuff, here we go. If you're looking for old hot rod stuff, I'm going to be getting back on things like the 40 Mercury, the 37 Ford. Going to be working on all that stuff too, so don't get discouraged. Just doing a little Dodge segue, and I appreciate everybody watching. Tell me down in the comments below what you think, and we'll see you again on the next one on the Rusty Dodge, right here at the Quick Speed Shop. I'm a professional. Don't try this at home.